So, number one, the Shaykh started by righteousness. When I want to marry a woman or I'm looking for a young lady for my son, the first thing I should look for is righteousness. And that is derived from the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ that we all know, تنكح المرأة لأربع تنكح المرأة لأربع لمالها ولحسبها ولجمالها ولدينها فاظفر بذات الدين تربت يدك. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the hadith is muttafaqun alayh, both in Bukhari and in Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, a woman is sought in marriage for 4 reasons: for her wealth, for her status, lineage yani, for her beauty, and for the deen. Seek the one with the deen, may you be successful. Taribat yadak in Arabic is a term that is used like may your hands be full of dust. That means yani, in a way that you got so poor that you went down to the ground and your hands, it's a term that is used in Arabic, or it means that it's some kind of scolding, yani, you better do that, this kind of what taribat yadak means. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying in this hadith, by the way, this hadith is misunderstood by many people. They think that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it means that you're allowed to marry someone for the beauty only, you're allowed to marry someone for lineage only, you're allowed to marry someone for money only, and you're allowed to, and then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, take the one with the deen. The hadith does not mean that. It means that people marry women for one of these 4 reasons. People marry women for one of these 4 reasons. Either they marry a woman because they loved her beauty, or because she has a lot of money, or because she's from a good family, or because of the deen. And then Rasulullah ﷺ said, no, take the one with the deen. Take the one with the deen. Now, let's go one by one. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, I know someone personally that his father insisted on him to marry this person strictly for money. Strictly for money. Her father is literally a billionaire, and he told him, listen, take this girl, you have a safe future. I have never seen anyone more miserable than the brother in his married life. No one. I know him personally. More miserable than this brother. When you take this as the main reason and you neglect the others, and don't misunderstand that if the deen is there and the money came with it, Allahu Akbar. But if the main reason was the money, like this case I'm explaining, subhanallah, she will put you down. She will keep reminding you constantly about that she is the one who did this to you. She is the one who did that to you. She is the one who supported you. If she has no deen. If she has no deen, she's going to keep reminding you of that money. She's going to keep reminding you how rich she is and how poor you are, or how poor you were. Or if somebody married somebody for lineage. Oh no, you know what, you have to marry this. This is a big family. Her father is this, her mother is that, her grandfather is this. They are very well known back home in our country. They are this, they are that. Subhanallah, if that is the only reason, that's another problem. She is also in the future. Do you know who you married? And when you speak to a man in this manner, you kill him, You ruin his ego, you ruin everything, subhanallah. Third, lil jamal. And this is very common. You see somebody who wants to marry someone strictly for the beauty. That's it. The beauty vanishes, disappears after a while. Like one sheikh one time gave us the example. He said, كَمَثَلِ الَّذِي اسْتَوْقَدَ نَارًا. Just like the fire. When it's lit, It's giving light and heat, but when it goes down, only you're going to get burned. You're only going to get burned when the light is gone. Subhanallah. So the beauty goes also, and the money could disappear, and the lineage, the father dies, the family had some kind of شو اسمه مصيبة, or what do you call it? Some kind of, they ruin their name, disaster. So all these things finish. But take the one with the deen. Now, if you remember, we did that once before, and I will repeat it. So Rasulullah ﷺ said, take the one with the deen, and we said you put number one, right? You write down number one. I wish I have a board, I would have showed you. Put number one. That's the one. Rasulullah ﷺ take the one with the deen. If she has beauty, add another zero next to it. That means you get a woman that is worth 10 women. If she has beauty and wealth, add another zero. You get a woman that is worth 100 women. If she has lineage, add another zero. So now she has beauty, lineage, and wealth, and the deen. So that's a woman that it's worth 1,000 women. But if she doesn't have the deen, you take the one out, all you are left with zeros. All you are left with is zeros. That's all you get. So when you get all these zeros, they're not in the bank account, they're right in front of your face. Subhanallah. So you are in trouble. And we all know that, subhanallah, as the next hadith will explain, that subhanallah, having a righteous woman, like Rasulullah ﷺ said in the next hadith here, the best treasure in life, خير متاع الدنيا المرأة الصالحة, is to have a righteous woman at home. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was asked, Ya Rasulullah, what kind of wealth should we keep? What kind of wealth should we keep? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, ليتخذ أحدكم قلبا شاكرا ولسانا ذاكرا وزوجة مؤمنة تعينه على أمر الآخرة. He said, let each of you have a grateful tongue, have a grateful heart, and a tongue that is constantly remembering Allah Azza wa Jal, and a believing wife who would assist him in regard to the affairs of the hereafter. Subhanallah, the best wealth you could ever have is not money, is to have a qalb shakir. You see, the qalb shakir. Your heart is shakir. Your heart is very grateful to Allah Azza wa Jal for everything that He has given you. And a lisan dhakir, a lisan, a tongue that is constantly remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And third, which is our shahid, is a woman that assists you and help you fi umur al-akhirah. A woman that wakes you up for fajr. A woman that encourages you to fast, the optional fast. A woman that will tell you, make sure you check up on your parents all the time. A woman that will be careful how to spend your money. Subhanallah. These are the women that will bring a peaceful home. And then a hadith that we mentioned also before, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, أربع من السعادة وأربع من الشقاء. 4 things will bring happiness. Subhanallah. Can you imagine? You know how many seminars and how many books are written about how to be happy, how to bring happiness? Thousands maybe. How about how to have happiness from the best man ever created, the most eloquent man, the one who get wahi from Allah Azza wa Jal, right? Subhanallah. Couldn't get any better than that. أربع من السعادة. 4 things that will bring happiness and 4 things that will bring marriage. Who remember them? We mentioned them before many times. Anybody remember them? No. Maybe because I mentioned it after Fajr and you are all half asleep. Let me repeat it again, inshallah. So first, al-mar'a as-salihah. Because our topic, right? المرأة الصالحة تراها فتعجبك وتغيب عنها فتأمنها على نفسها ومالك. A righteous woman, when you look at her, she pleases you, and if you are away from her, she will protect herself and your wealth. You protect herself and your wealth. Second, وَالدَّابَّةَ تَكُونُ وَطِيئَةً. Second, a good ride. A good ride. Subhanallah. Imagine every day in the morning you have to jump your car, or every day you're going back and forth to mechanics and all that. It's a headache, right? It's miserable every single day. A good ride. Third, وَالدَّارُ تَكُونُ وَاسِعَةً. وَالدَّارُ تَكُونُ وَاسِعَةً. A spacious home. You have a house that is spacious. Spacious, not you have 8,000 square feet and you and your wife alone. No, spacious means, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, it is sufficient for you. Like, for example, what it means, a spacious home, because a home that, for example, they have 6 members of the family and they have only 1 bedroom, this is a problem. It will be, everybody will be feel something. But when it's a spacious home, everybody is comfortable. This will bring sa'ada, will bring happiness to the house. And the fourth one, who's going to take a guess? Huh? No, that's a different hadith. MashaAllah, Ishaq. And a good neighbor. Al-jar al-salih. A good neighbor. You know the saying in Arabic? Al-jar qabla al-dar. Al-jar qabla al-dar. When you want to buy a house, you see the jar before you see the dar. You see the neighbor before you see the house. Forget about how big. What if the house is beautiful and gorgeous and spacious and every luxury in it, and your neighbor has a dog that barks all day and he comes drunk and he is fighting with his wife? Subhanallah, he makes your life, the house, miserable, even though he's not inside the house. So subhanallah, how wise these 4. Think about it, subhanallah. All of them are so true. So true. All of them are so true. Whether it's the ride or the wife or the jar or the house, subhanallah, all of them. And the hadith continued. And the opposite, of course, والشقاء المرأة تراها فتسوءك وتحمل لسانها عليك وإن غبت عنها لم تأمنها على نفسها ومالك. When you look at her, you don't want to see her. You don't want to look at her. And unfortunately, lately, wallahi akhwan, many people are going through that. I cannot, like one brother said, I make dua, I ask Allah to curse her in every sajda. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. How bad could things get for a person to make dua against his wife? To this, every sajda, he's making sure every sajda. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. And then الدابة, the dabba, the ride that gives you a hard time. فإن ضربتها أتعبتك والدار تكون ضيقة, and the house is very tight, and والجار السوء, and the evil neighbor. So these are the 4 from the Sa'ada. So Rasulullah ﷺ told us to have a righteous wife is from the Sa'ada. And you are, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, ya akhwan, many of us, I know you very well, and I know that, mashallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with righteous wives. And wallahi, you will not maybe appreciate what you have until you hear what's going on in other homes. Then you will go home and you will be very grateful to your wife. Wallahi, ya akhwan, do not wait for something bad to happen to appreciate your wife. Show her from now that you appreciate her. Show her from now. And do not say, Ya akhi, we are in the 70s now, Ya akhi, what are you talking about? Like one time and it's coming up soon, inshallah, when I said to the brothers, Ya akhwan, when is the last time you told your wife, I love you? So one, our brother from the 70s, Ya Shaykh, we are too old for this. How could you be too old for I love you, Ya Habibi? No, it's never too old for I love you. Never too old. Rasulullah ﷺ in front of the best men ever. In front of the best men that are better than me and you and everybody, he said, Inni uhibbu Aisha. I love Aisha. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine how Aisha felt when she heard that Rasulullah ﷺ in front of Abu Bakr and Umar and the greatest Sahaba, he said, I love Aisha. How did she feel? How did that wife feel when she heard that her husband declared that he loves her in front of all his friends? And you know what kind of friends we're talking about, subhanAllah. So, kind words, ya akhwan, appreciation, when she brings the food, jazakallah khair, barakallah fiki, may Allah protect you. Those words are free and they change everything, subhanAllah. A kind word, الكلمة الطيبة صدقة. A kind word is more important to a woman than buying her gifts and stuff that will perish. Subhanallah. A kind word means a lot, and many of our wives are sitting at home and taking care of the children, taking care of the home, taking care of everything that belongs to us. So in return, a nice word, ya akhwan, very nice word. And subhanallah, again, unfortunately, this is not happening in our homes. It's not happening, and sometimes I get shocked when they tell me that this is a brother that's always in the masjid, and the brother like, subhanallah, you're from the people of the masajid. Allah blessed you to come and listen to these things and to be in His house. So when you go to your house, you display all this kindness and love and care that you learn in the masjid. And the very common problem that is also, we bring it up also because obviously the people who are coming to me are from the community. So anger, ya akhwan, anger. Oh, you should see him when he gets angry. You should see what he does in the house when he gets angry. That guy that you like so much and you hang out with, you should see him when he gets home and how he treats me. So control yourself, ya akhi, when you get angry. Leave the room, calm down, sit down, make wudu, pray 2 rak'ah. We all get angry, but how you behave when you become angry is the secret. Subhanallah. So number one, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam specified to have the one with the deen, the one with the deen. Now let me ask you a question. What is the definition of a woman that has deen? What's the definition? If somebody asks you, what does it mean, a righteous woman? She has the fear of Allah in her heart. Okay. What else? She has a haya, modesty. Very good. Shakira, excellent. She's grateful to Allah Azza wa Jal. Because every time you ask somebody, what does a righteous wife mean? Oh, she wears the hijab and she prays 5 times a day. This is part. But that's not only, we all heard the hadith. That woman not only wears the hijab and prays 5 times a day, she is qa'ima, sa'ima. She prays all night and she fasts all day. But Ya Rasulullah, she harms her neighbors. Hiya fin nar. She's in the hellfire. Not only prays and wears hijab. No. She does the optional. Qiyam and siyam. Qiyam and siyam. So a righteous woman is a woman that fears Allah Azza wa Jal. A woman that thinks about Allah before she thinks about you. She thinks about the fear of the wrath of Allah before your wrath or your anger. She's fearing Allah Azza wa Jal. She is grateful, like the brother said, she's grateful for everything that you give her. She's always pleased. She's always trying her best to apply the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ about the obedience of the husband. She does not give you a chance to be mad at her. And even if you get mad, because we all do, she knows how to handle it. This is the righteous woman. The woman who supports you when you are up and when you're down. She does not neglect you when you're down and only loves you when you're up. Subhanallah. When she sees you sad, she pleases you. This is the woman. This is a righteous woman. A woman that put Allah first in her life. And this is what Rasulullah ﷺ is talking about. Rasulullah ﷺ is talking about the righteous woman who controls her tongue. She doesn't go left and right and interferes in everybody's business, and everything that happens in the house, she spreads it to the whole family. Everything that happens in the house, she picks up her phone and, Mama, you see what he did to me? To her mother, to her this and to her that. Subhanallah. So a righteous wife, a righteous woman is a woman that put Allah first, and subhanallah, because the minute the woman gets married, her husband's orders come above her parents. Before that, the parents, number one. When the woman gets married, her husband becomes above her parents in the orders, in what he wants or what he doesn't want. Okay? Of course, the respect of the parents are always there, and the husband should not prevent his wife from visiting her parents and being kind to her parents and all that. But at the same time, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam put so much emphasis on the woman obeying her husband. طيب, I'm going to stop here inshallah ta'ala, and the next thing that we should look for when we get married, before we get married, or is Rasulullah, the Shaykh said, virginity. Which one is better, to look for a virgin or for a thayyib? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will discuss that inshallah ta'ala if Allah kept us alive till next week. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all our sons with righteous wives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all our daughters with righteous husbands. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill all our homes with love and mercy and tranquility. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite our hearts and forgive all our sins. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.